Good morning, ACL New Jersey. The Garden State Cornhole Alliance has the Commish here, and we're going to be presenting today our recap of the regional and what's to come in the future. My name is Joe Sorrentino. I'm the state commissioner of the ACL in New Jersey, and I got my good friend with me, Pat Groff. He's one of our members from down South Jersey, part of Mayhem, M Club, Bloodline. You can see this guy pretty much anywhere. How we doing today, Pat?
Yo, good morning. Good morning. What's going on, guys? Good morning, Joe.
Thanks for joining me. And this is just something that we thought would be beneficial to our state, kind of to talk about how our events go, get some feedback, do other cool things like giveaways and whatnot. And we're going to try to make this a monthly thing that we do after each regional. Next month, we already got some cool people that'll be coming on for interviews and also helping us present as well. So I'm going to get right into it. So the first edition of the Commish's Corner, we got a few important announcements. So what today's going to look like, first, we're going to talk about some future dates of ACL events. Number two, we're going to do that much anticipated member appreciation. It is a giveaway that GSCA wanted to show to their players. We support you, and we are going to fight for you, and we're going to help you guys as much as we can. And another player appreciation, we're going to do the sleeper awards today. Pat and I are going to go over each player, and we're going to show you guys how to vote, and the vote will go live today. Finally, number three, we have a club award going out to raise some funds for facility usage and trophies and all that stuff. I wanted to do a fundraiser, and we ended up selling those GSCA shirts, excuse me, with club logos on the front and all club logos on the back and vice versa. We did great with those, and I got the top 5 clubs. I was only going to award the top 3 clubs, but it turned out to be 5. So we're going to do all that today, and we're going to get right to it. So, Pat, can you start us off with the first event that's coming up very close?
Yeah, so we got the blind draw this month. We had the regional early on this month and didn't get a blind draw in, so we're going to get it in later on this month. It's going to be on the 28th. It's going to be at Mayhem. Supposedly, we're going to have 17 sets of boards set up. We're going to be running a 2-game round robin into a random seeded blind draw. So the round robin is just going to be 2 warm-up games. You're going to get there. You're going to get to throw a couple bags before going right into it. But yeah, it's going to be sick. Like I said, we're going to be back at the Mayhem facility, back in Toms River. We're going to have a lot of local guys from around there showing up. And hopefully we get a lot of the people back from, all around New Jersey that we had at the original regional.
Pat, it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it. And, we can't make any commitments or promises, but if the bracket runs quickly and it's only a 2-game round robin, Sean Burns might be open to a blind draw after, but we got to see about time. Again, no promises. Sean always takes great care of us, and that guy deserves a massive shout out.
Oh yeah, Sean Burns is a great guy.
100%. He's definitely one of the best club directors in the state, and I'm glad to have became friends with him. So number 2 is going to be our second regional, Saturday, November 5th. We're about 3 weeks out, guys, if you really think about it. At this event, we will be able to set up 28 sets of boards. We only had 19 at Mayhem, which was awesome, but I'm going to be able to get 28 sets, which will make us move quicker. And now my team is aware of many of the, I'm not going to say problems, but hiccups that show up with technology, tablets, internet, all that stuff. And we're ready to rock and roll. And real quick, I just got to thank a few people that helped me out with technology. Greg C. from Long Island was a huge help with my team the whole way. And even Jimmy Humans jumping on the computer and helping out. He's been to so many ACL events. He should know the software. So I do appreciate those guys as well as everyone else that lended a helping hand. We truly appreciate it. But this regional, we're looking to get our blind draw done, as well as singles and doubles for all divisions. Right now, 3 divisions will be definite, possibly 4. Pat and I will be discussing something a little bit later. And we will be at Next Level Arena in Flemington. That is where the Cacuzos hosted the state champs. It has that little Ninja Warrior setup. It is a good facility, and I'm looking forward to it. Pat, you want to tell everyone about our final event?
Yeah, so this is the Bergen County Baggers on Friday, November 11th. It is a local points event. It's going to be in Hasbrook Heights. I believe I've played there before. I think it's a nice place. Yeah, should be a quick, easy spot to get some local points in. I know not a ton of local people offer local points. So for your players that are chasing the point system here for ACL, the local points are going to be huge.
Absolutely. And this event is twofold. Not only can you get your ACL local points, but Bergen County Baggers up in North Jersey, they epitomize what it is to salute the troops. Scott Toscano up there does an awesome job giving it back. And we're going to raise some funds that day between 50-50s, raffles, and we're even going to do something pretty cool. Dom Romano, one of the FCO boys with that long curly locks, we will be shaving his head, and we will be taking a collection for it, and all money collected will go to our veterans to support with homes, programs, whatever they need. Scott does a great job, and we're looking forward to support him.
Sweet.
All right, so that's events. Guys, we will screenshot this and post it on the ACL page, just so everyone could have it. You guys could share it around, mark it all in your calendars. And that's another thing. When I was given the chance to lead this state, I swore to myself that I would do my best to get dates out in advance, because for someone that needs, I like planning, and I need to have it on my calendar to make sure I could go. So, guys, I'm going to continue to do that, and I hope it helps you guys get to these events, because I know you guys love coming. All right, so member appreciation, another value of ours is we honor our players at FCO. I always did this. I did a season award ceremony, and my players really enjoyed it. So we're going to continue that on a larger scale for the state. And we're going to do a giveaway. It was supposed to be 75 people. However, the system got overloaded on day one. So I actually took 100 people and I added 2 prizes into the pool. I couldn't do a cutoff, so we have 100 people on the wheel. Pat, can you go over the list of prizes for our members?
Yeah, so first prize is the Wicked Cornhole Beast boards. Those are the ones that we've been throwing on for the regionals, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have the same boards that you're going to be using at the regionals. It's going to get you great practice in. You're going to know the board speeds, etc. I think it's 6 set of prizes. Cornhole Scenario Sabotages for all you cat fans out there. I know those bags go for big money, so for whoever donated them, that's awesome. Very, very generous. You get your BG Warlocks for your carpet throwers. Good trade bait if you're not a BG guy. You got your Lucky Snipers. And let's see, Reynolds Pro Excels. Throwing it back here to the old days Pro Excels. Cornhole Scenario Panthers, another set of cat bags going out. Again, very, very, very generous giving away there for whoever had them. You get your cornhole board light stands. So those are going to be the same ones that we use at FCO at night outside. I believe one of the FCO guys actually makes these. Yeah, those are them. Right,
he's a fireman. He's a great guy, and he's really he made all mine for me, and I'm telling you, these things are worth the value, especially if you're a nighttime thrower.
Sick. Yeah, I mean, it's sweet because we play a lot in the backyard at night at the Spina Arena, picking up easy Spina buff. So maybe it could be a good addition. And let's see.
Oh, I got to go back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I want to show everyone the pictures.
Oh boy, and then prize number 8, everyone's probably looking forward to this one. Free lesson with Jimmy Big Arms Humans, the biggest arms in cornhole. So if you're looking for a gym session, there you go. And then prizes 9 through 10, you're actually getting an RGX jersey, courtesy of Steph DeSantis. Shout out, Steph. And yeah, I mean, RGX all the way. Huge supporter of New Jersey Cornhole. We support Ben. Ben supports us beyond recognition. So thank you, Ben. Prize 11 through 14.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes, thank you, Ben. Prizes 11 through 14. Again, RGX. Now, these are going to be RGX custom jerseys. So you're going to have the opportunity to coordinate with him, get your own custom logos, jerseys, etc.
Pat, the way he was telling me, those are going to be badass. You're going to be able to put your logos on them. If you had sponsors, pretty much a custom jersey, you would work with one of his designers, and it would be a really cool thing to rock at our ACL. And anyone that wins one of those 4 customs, if you want to put the Garden State Cornhole Alliance logo on there, I'd love it. We'd like to rep as many of our players as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. I've seen plenty of custom RGX jerseys, and all of them are absolute fire. All right, so last prize is 15 through 16. We're giving away 2 what's called stream mates. So these hook up to the back of the score towers, I believe.
Yes.
That way you can put your phone, you can record your session, you can live stream your session. Great for commentary. I love them. So great list of prizes.
Yeah, man. And Pat, you can see the picture of all my giveaways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a nice smorgasbord of cornhole gear that people could really appreciate. And if you see, the Wicked board is on the left right here. That's what we're giving away to a player. But later on, I actually had something for the clubs. And a lucky club will be getting this Garden State Cornhole Alliance board to the right. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Pat, these people waited a long time. I think it's time to spin that wheel. What do you think?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, so I'm going to share the wheel instead. Pat, can you let me know when you can see the wheel?
Yeah, I got your wheel up.
All right, so if you look here, okay, I got the first person, a bait, all the way to humans, and I'm going to slowly scroll through. Anyone that had a same last name, I added the initial. So like we got Spencer Spence. We got, there was a few families. I know the McGugans. We got the Nugents. I put T and M and J for McGugan. We had 2 links that were very close. So there is no confusion. We will only get 1 winner per spin, and then they will be removed. We are going to spin the wheel 16 times. No prizes will be picked. Okay. I am going to contact number 1 when we are done. Number 1 gets to pick the prize. I will cross it off. I will send the prize list to number 2. Number 2 will pick prize 2. I will cross it off. We will send to 3, and we will go all the way down to 16. So without further ado, let's do it. Pat, I told you to remind me of something. Did you remember?
Yeah, you gotta shuffle that wheel up 3 times, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. 1, 2, 3.
And Joe's on top.
And actually, funny story. Just in case I don't win, I'm going to make an announcement. If I win prizes 1 through 16, I will spin again for somebody else. All right, let's do it. First winner is Is that Link? Wow.
Is that Rob Link?
Rob Link wins prize number 1. He better get to the second regional so he can claim it. Guys, I will bring all prizes to regional number 2. If you can't attend, send someone in your steed and make sure you let me know in advance if I'm giving it to someone else. Spin number 2. Let's see who gets it. Oh, is that Angelo? Wow.
Looks like it.
Angelo C from CNJ is our second winner.
New M Club member, by the way, Angelo.
They let him in the M Club?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he was registered. Is that Alfred Pace or Dom Romano?
Oh boy. Bald boy.
You know what, Dom? Now you have to shave your head or you're not getting your third place prize. He was fighting me on that, Pat. But I told him, I was like, listen, man, it's a little too much hair. I think a haircut will do you good. Wow, Dom Romano gets 3. Now I don't feel bad about shaving his head. Who's number 4? Rajara, Dave Abate, Kevin Bynes. That's an FCO guy right there. Kevin Bynes.
FCO taking control of the wheel.
Yeah, we got 2 in a row. That's crazy. All right, number 5. This is my lucky number. I wouldn't be surprised if my name pops up. Dimitri Tarnas. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Dimitri.
But he's a good bagger. Is he a Mayhem guy?
Yeah, he's a Mayhem guy. He recently started.
He an Old Jersey Shore guy?
Yeah, Old Jersey Shore. Yeah,
Got
he
it.
started Jersey Shore.
Yeah, he's a good bagger. He's a good guy. I'm glad he won. All right, number 6, looking like Nick Sicilia. No, it went to Blackburn. I believe the first name is Trey Blackburn.
Yes, sir. Another one of my local guys.
What club does Trey play at?
Trey mostly plays at Bloodline.
Got it.
He plays at a lot of different other clubs.
Wow, Siciliano's going to be pissed about that. It was literally hanging on his name and just.
I'll get a text later. I'm sure I'm going to get a text.
Charles McCarthy, our fourth place intermediate singles finish. Good job, Charles. I believe he's down by like Joe McGugan in the southwest part of the state.
Gotcha.
He threw great though on last Saturday. All right, so half our prizes will be given away after this spin. And it looks like
Dave Newcomb?
Yes, it is. Is that another Southern guy?
Yeah, Dave plays South New Jersey Cornhole. He plays all over the place. I've seen him at Cornhole Craze, South Jersey Cornhole, FCO, or not FCO, Bergen County. He's everywhere.
That's great, man. I'm glad people are winning these prizes, especially our travelers. Is that Alfred Pace or Joe McGugan? I'll tell you what, man. This kid Pace, I've known him since he was probably 8 years old. I coached him in Pop Warner football. That's how I met the family. And we reconnected at a baseball fundraiser. And that's where FCO was like really started, is when me and my friends and the Paces started getting together. And I've ran probably 60 raffles for like charities and, all kinds of stuff. And this effing kid wins all the time. I love him, but he's the luckiest kid in the world. Good job, Alfred. I'm telling you, he won a set of boards. He won a set of lights. His dad won a set of Vipers. I mean, the Pace boys keep it's Tracer Polkowski, CNJ in the house. Jen
Trace.
So if I was to pick one of my favorite cornhole players in the state, Jen Trace is in my top 3.
100%. She is in my top 10 list of players every time I make a top 10 list.
Yeah, no. She's like I said, it wasn't a surprise for her to carry Brian McCray to 3rd place. But how kind and awesome she is. She's not only a great player, she's a great person. So awesome. Jen gets prize number 10. And let's see who gets number 11. Oh, that's an FCO guy, Bram Garcia. Wow, Bram Garcia. So Bram couldn't come to Mayhem. He had a family. His son is a big-time lacrosse player. But he's coming in Flemington. He told me to tell the open division to watch out.
Oh, damn.
So, Bram, be ready, brother. Number 12 coming our way. Ooh, is that Spina? No, it's short. I believe that's Eric Maurer. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Eric Maurer.
Eric's a good thrower.
Yeah, he's a Mayhem guy. He just moved up to open or advanced, I should say, whatever.
Wow.
This season. Yeah.
Good stuff. I'll tell you what, the open was stacked, man. Siciliano gets screwed again. Spina, it's sitting at this part of the bracket. I believe that's Gary R. I think he's a northern guy. I know he plays at Scott Toscano's BCB a lot.
Gotcha.
All right, we got 3 more spins. I'm gonna do like an extra spin just in case, Pat.
All right.
And maybe that person will get a shirt or something that I have in the future. But I just in case, I want to have an extra 1 or 2 spins on the wheel.
Hey,
Wally Schuster.
love Wally. I love Wally so much.
That's
He's one of the
number
kindest
14.
guys.
Definitely. 2 more spins. And we got another FCO guy. That's my new commander of FCO, Jay Buchanan. I'll tell you what, Jay was instrumental in being my support at regional number 1. Me and him did not know the technology. The software is as good as we should have just from running locals last year. And Jay went out of his way to really be my right-hand man, and I'm forever grateful to that guy.
Yeah, Jay's a great guy.
And number 16, our final prize. Is that Chris Hugel or Scott Toscano? Up, Chris Hugel, another CNJ guy.
CNJ and FCO really taking the cake here with this wheel.
The center of the state really took over. Now, that's 16 prizes, okay? If you look at my results, I got 16 names. I am spinning, God forbid one of these guys says, I don't want it, or, give it on to someone else, or if I get a few extra things, I'm going to spin 2 more times. And these people are going to be what I call subs in case someone wants to, pay it forward, or maybe I get something extra. So, Pat, you okay if I spin it 2 more times?
Yeah. I think that's
all right. Let's spin
fair.
2 more. They're not guaranteed a Brian McCrae.
Jen Tracy's left her half.
Another CNJ guy. What the hell? 17-18, we got McCrae. And last one, because I don't think anyone's going to turn their prizes down, but you never know.
You never know.
And our last, don't even tell me it's going to end on me. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm gonna take the. So really, I was probably gonna hook these people up with free rides to a regional. But I'm not playing regionals because I'm focused on running it. So this is our final spin, I promise.
All right.
Final spin. At least I know I got some luck. I did get pulled. Is that gonna be Scott? I believe that's Anthony.
Anthony
Baish. Baisch.
I believe so.
All right, guys. So that is our wheel. I know you guys have been looking forward to it. And that was pretty cool. So what I will do is I am going to message or call those people in order, and they're going to pick their prizes in order. So let's say Rob Link takes the Wicked Cornhole boards. Number 2, who's Angelo, is going to have the list of prizes minus the Wicked Cornhole boards. Let's say Angelo takes the cats in the bottom left, which he probably will. I will cross those off, and I will send the list to Dom Romano. Dom Romano takes the custom jersey in pink from Ben. I cross that off and send it to number 4. So that's how it'll go. And I'm excited. I'll post all the results when it is figured out the next day or 2. And I will have all prizes at the November regional. If you are not coming in November, you could send someone in your place to pick it up, but you have to message me that person's name and, just so I make sure it goes to you. All right. That was pretty cool. I love paying it forward. But now it's time for a little bit more member appreciation. Pat and I are going to take a few minutes. We're going to go over this new Sleeper Award. The Sleeper Award is basically who showed up to a regional and kicked butt, did awesome, and maybe it wasn't as expected. I expected Jimmy Humans and Storm Hogg to be 1 and 2 singles and doubles and open, and that didn't work out for singles. We had some people that maybe were a little under the radar show up and play. So we're going to go over each division. We're going to start with intermediate. And Pat, I know you know Mike Torsia very well. I'd like you to give us your take on him.
Yeah, so Mike is actually one of the owners of Bloodline Cornhole. They play out of Jackson at the AmVets. But yeah, I mean, Mike has always been a decent shooter. I know he's never really been a regional guy. He's never really chased after points or done anything like that. I know he's actually just recently got into running local events himself. I had to help him out with that. The technology is, I'm sure you're aware, is not the best.
I'm not saying anything.
But you
I'm
never
not
know.
saying anything.
Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
That's it. That's it.
So yeah, Mike came out and he played. I mean, first place, and I think he won his game in the finals 26 or 27-0.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't think he lost a game in singles, and he couldn't stay for doubles. So I was actually excited to see what he did in doubles. But yeah, no, he rode it. He threw well. Mike, if you're listening, anytime you do a local, post it to the ACL page. I'll share it. So we'll help you get more attendance, because some of these guys will travel for local points if they're available. So please post it on our network as well as yours next time. All right, so we got 3 other people. 2 are actually FCO people that I know very well. Carl Adlasnik took 2nd place. He actually lost to Torsha in the championship, but Carl had a really good run. This guy, when we started out in my backyard, couldn't hit the board, and I'll tell you right now, Carl's quickly becoming a strong player, and I foresee him moving up to competitive in the very near future, as well as I see that for Mike Torsha. Our 3rd team, Keith Miller and Jill Sable, 2 people that are somewhat new to what I would call ACL throwing. They both throw in Hillsborough. They've thrown at FCO. I know them very well. Both players did awesome. Their thing, Pat, they waited almost 2 hours when they got the king seat. The bracket went so slow in intermediate doubles. We were taking pictures of open and competitive around like 7:15 to close those divisions out, and intermediate doubles ran for another 2 hours. Again, you got to win your game, but sitting that long, I mean, that'll hurt anyone. What do you think?
100%. I mean, in my opinion, that's when you see double dips the most, is when you have to sit for a longer period of time, because these players are running up to the losers bracket and they're playing and playing and playing, and there's not a ton of time to warm up either when you're sitting, because a lot of the boards are being used.
Absolutely. And Keith and Jill are good people, and I'm excited to see them make another run in November. And our final sleeper award nominee is Kim Fisher. Kim Fisher, I met probably about a year ago. She actually joined the FCO. We sent her to the RGX Unity Cup, and she actually lost the king seat match to Sony in the women's division. She took 3rd. Kim is no stranger to throwing. I foresee her going up to competitive in the very near future as well. And she had the top PPR in the intermediate division last Saturday. So I'm very, very impressed. I'm very proud of my player. And, you can't go wrong with this vote in the intermediate division. All 4 groups are deserving. And I'm excited to see who the community thinks should get a free ride to the next regional.
Yeah, the ladies are showing up and showing out.
Love it. All right. We're going to start with the competitive division. The first one is one of my former players, Dave Falkenberg. He is now the head of the Union County Cornhole Club. He started out in FCO. Dave Falkenberg has always been a brawler on the boards. When he's on, and he was on Saturday. He had his big old headphones on. He made a great run. He took 3rd place singles. And he actually just had a foot surgery, so we're hoping he's doing well, and we'll see him on the board soon. And Dave, great run, and I'm going to pass it to Pat for one of our Southern guys.
Yeah, so Paul Hallman, probably one of my favorite players in New Jersey. Not a lot of people know him, but when you see him on the boards and you see him consistently placing, you're going to know who he is. So Paul's a 609 guy, started off cornhole craze. Not many people throw carpet in the state of New Jersey, and he really he stood with carpet, and he's throwing BGs, and he's throwing them incredibly well. I think he actually ended the day with the highest PPR, throwing in the 9s.
9.10.
9.10. And I don't think people understand how difficult that is to do with carpet. It's easy to throw game changers and vipers, etc., up the middle in the hole and have a high PPR. But throwing carpet, playing the block push game, throwing a 9-1, in my opinion, and competitive is insane. So shout out Paul Holman.
100%. And also, Pat, I think I'm 95% sure, but I don't want to be wrong, but I'm almost positive he won 9 straight in the losers bracket. In singles, I think he got knocked out early on. He went on a spree. So I actually got a message this week. Paul Holman is moving up to open. I was going to allow him one more event. I was going to let him do November and see if his numbers were up there again. Because in doubles, his numbers were not as high. So I was open to giving him one more chance. And if he pulled another high number, we were going to vote on him. But he said, you know what? I want to get better, and I'm moving up. And I'll tell you right now, I didn't really know Paul, but now I respect the hell out of him, and I'm excited to see what he does the remainder of the season.
Hell yeah, Paul's a shooter.
So our third group, the Link Bros, I didn't really know them. First time I met them was, I believe, at Mayhem. These gentlemen, again, they went undefeated through their bracket. They took first. These boys were bagging. So I'm excited to see them again. I foresee them getting moved up in the new year to advanced open division. They were dominant, and that's Coho Delco. I really like that club, and I'm excited to see if they come to our next regional or two and try to defend that championship.
Sweet. Congrats, guys. So Braden Ash, brand new player, young kid. I think he's 13 or 12. He has come so far since I started watching him play. So I first met him at Exit 8A. I met him at Jersey Nightmare, and now he's an M Club member. And
wow,
he's throwing fire. He's throwing so good. I know he's friends with Braden Rayhan, so I know they practice a ton together. Braden Rayhan himself is an incredible shooter for his age. I think he's definitely showing promise, and I think if he keeps on the right track, we're definitely going to see him in open.
And that's awesome, Pat. I love, as a middle school teacher, Braden R and Braden A would probably be in my class. I work with 8th grade, and to see kids come and play with adults, it fires me up, and I want that youth movement in our state. So listen, anybody that has a kid 12, 13, 14, 15, if they want to give it a shot, get them involved. It's a good sport. It's good for focus. It's good for, higher order thinking. It's kind of like chess. You're thinking about future moves. You're thinking where you need to place bags. This is a good sport for our kids. If you have any young bucks that want to give it a shot, please message me. I'd be open to even, throwing somebody into intermediate on GSCA so kids could try it out. And our last group, number 5, we got Todd, the Todd father. I believe it's Wesner, and we got Kevin Kane. Kevin Kane's a CNJ guy. I see him at FCO every now and again. The Todd father is a Bergen County bagger. These guys both showed up to play singles, and they didn't have a partner in doubles. They met that morning. And these guys put on a hell of a show, man. They got knocked to the losers bracket, and they rifled off a few more to get back to the championship. And the Link brothers were too much, but that's impressive. 2 guys that really didn't know each other. They didn't practice. I mean, you got the Link brothers that probably throw together 4 times a week.
Right.
I mean, maybe 2 times a week. They're brothers. But these 2 strangers met, and they had a hell of a run. And I wouldn't mind seeing them trying it again together since they got so far.
To say that, yeah. I wonder if we see a future partnering.
That would be pretty cool. Especially, you go there, I'm going to play singles. If I don't get in a double, so be it. And then you end up taking second place. That's pretty impressive.
Hell yeah.
So those are nominees for competitive. And then we are going to check out our final division, and that is the open division. And I'm going to kick it off with the first group, number one. The open division was stacked. We had 64 people in singles, and we had 31 teams in doubles, I believe. Our first nominee is Crocs and Socks Casey Gomes and Tom Bostic. Crocs plays with me at FCO. Tom Bostic plays at Hunterdon. These two guys had a great run, fourth place finish. I was very, very impressed with them. And let's also not forget that Casey took first place, taking out the skee ball kid. And I honestly, when I was making my predictions, I had Crocs in the top 5 for singles. So it wasn't a big surprise for me that he took first. But I actually did not have them as high as they finished in doubles and how dominant they were. And those guys could have easily took third or second, if one or two bags went the other way. So I'm excited to see that team, and I'm excited to see Crocs and Socks take on humans in the near future.
100%. All right, so let's see who we got. We got Bobby Van Vam, Philly guy. Bobby is, oh my God, Bobby just throws straight heat all the time. Every time I throw against him, he's throwing heat. So Bobby's an FDR guy. Like I said, out near Philly. He came in second place for singles, right behind, right behind Crocs?
I'm sorry, that should be second place doubles. That's a commissioner. And I felt bad cutting his partner off because his partner did so good. But Bobby had the number 1 PPR in doubles and 2 PPR in singles. He was just very impressive, man.
Oh, yeah. Bobby always manages to come out in the top 3, it looks like. Like every time I see him place, he's top 3. Every time I see him play, he's top 3. It's crazy. He can hang with the best.
And I actually, a few people, when I announced the sleeper award and the nominations, people were like very happy with it. And a few of them were like, no disrespect, but Bobby is not a sleeper. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of us Northern guys, we knew about the FDR boys and we saw them at the Unity Cup, but we did not know just how good they are. And I'll tell you right now, I believe you called that match. It was Bobby and Peng versus Humans and Hog. Was that you that called that?
Yep.
That match was insane. And these guys had 2 pros on the ropes. I mean, I know Humans was getting over strep throat. I get it. But these guys can hang with pros. And I am so happy that they joined the GSCA and they're going to play regionals with us.
100%. I hate playing against those guys because I know it's going to be an insanely tough match every time I walk up to the board.
And Pat, you could go on to number 3, even though I want to give my man his shout out. Since you know him so much better than me, I'm going to let you talk this guy up.
Yeah, so Oscar, big Oscar, ice cold. That's what we call him, ice cold. So yeah, Oscar's an M Club guy. M Club Mayhem. I remember playing with him even a couple of years ago when he first started, and his game, just like everyone else on this list, has shot up phenomenally. Oscar normally plays with Anthony Duran. I'm sure a lot of you guys know Anthony.
Great guy.
In local leagues. Oh yeah, Anthony's sick guy. I love him. Yeah, I mean Oscar coming 6 straight wins in the losers bracket. And I was watching him live. I was watching the bracket as I was burying my head in the sand, driving home after my my losses that day. But I watched him play against Storm, and he did pretty well. So shout out Oscar.
I'm going to tell you right now, the epitome of the sleeper award is somebody we didn't expect to do what they did. And I'm going to tell you right now, no disrespect to Oscar. Oscar, I consider a friend. He's came to my club. He's building my website. I did not expect Oscar to go as deep as he did in open division. And when I saw his run in the losers bracket, At my nomination was Oscar. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he deserves it. However, I want people to vote whichever way they want. But this guy that was a competitive player last year gives Open a shot. He represented, and I'm excited to see him continue. And it just shows you that anybody could come, anyone could get hot, and anyone could win. So Oscar, thank you for that. And we look forward to November, brother. Our next guy is someone most people probably don't know, Anthony D'Ambrosio. Anthony is from Long Island. He's part of the Long Island Cornhole with Greg Cocheo. I can never. I'm an Italian. I can't pronounce his last name. Cocheo. He's gonna get so mad at me. Cocheo. There we go.
Yeah, I call him Cocheo. I don't know how you pronounce it.
He gets so mad at me, man. I'm sorry.
He gets so mad at everything.
Yeah, he does. But I still got to kiss his butt a little bit because he was very supportive of me. But his guy, Anthony, I'm telling you, I saw this kid beat Storm in the winner's bracket. He went to the Final Four in the winner's bracket, and he had to take out Storm right before that. That's impressive, man. He was an outsider. No one knew who he was. And he took out a pro. So say what you want. This kid deserves to be here, and he deserves to win as much as anyone else on this board. Anthony, big shout out. We hope to see you in November. And keep throwing heat, brother.
Did he win? Did he beat Storm in the winners and the losers?
No, the losers bracket. We're gonna get to him. Wink, wink, in a little bit.
Gotcha.
You want to get our next team?
Yeah, sorry, I was just taking a look at the bracket, just going over all the shooters. So yeah, Jamie Epp, Jen Egan, first round upset against Braden and Zach Campbell. Shout out Braden and Zach Campbell. Again, two really, really, really hot shooters from my local area. But Jamie and Jen Egan, oh my gosh, the two ladies. Every time I see them show up, I'm scared. I hate playing against them because they're extremely, extremely solid players. I mean, when you look at the epitome of New Jersey women's cornhole, these are the two players that I think about every time.
They are absolute savages on the board. And I'm going to tell you a quick story about Jen Egan, who's on the right. FCO ran a singles tournament last summer. That's when Devin Harbaugh came and our boy Trevor Sykowski hit the best airmail I've ever seen. I was in the competitive division, and it was for fourth place, and I was playing Egan, and I had her 17-4. 17-4. All FCOs watching the commish, cheering me on, and 17-4 turns to 17-6, turns to 17-9, turns to 17-12. Long story short, she beat me 21-17. I didn't get another point on her. So these ladies can do damage. I was very impressed, and when I got them as a nomination, I threw them right up there. And I'm going to tell you right now, there was 2 or 3 other nominees that really deserved to be on this board, but I felt each of these groupings really did something special. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people have Zach and Braden being a top 5 team in the state when this is all said and done. Zach Campbell is a hot thrower. And Braden, I mean, this kid is only, 14 years old?
Yeah.
He's an absolute stud. He's only going to get better. So for those two to rough them up in the first round, I mean, yeah, Jamie and Jen didn't win the tournament. They didn't get too far, but they beat a stud team, and good for them. That tells you right now, anytime you walk up to the board and see these two, don't take them for granted because they're there to beat the crap out of you.
Yep. Don't sleep on them.
Don't sleep on them. And last but not least, we got Elon Footerman, the skee ball kid. He plays out of Union County Cornhole Club, exit 8A, and we even get him at FCO every now and again. We love having him there. He is the former skee ball champ of the world, and now he's taken those talents to cornhole. He took second place. Crocs and Socks was laying perfect blocks on him and actually had a really good comeback victory. Skee ball was up big on Crocs in game 1, and Crocs was able to turn it on and come back. And He was just laying really good blocks, and he slowed his game down. And, skee ball gassed out, man. But the kid took second. He knocked out Storm Hogg and gave him third place. Took out a pro in the singles. So I'm going to tell you right now, open division, these are two guys that a lot of people didn't expect to be leading the way. And right now, they are there to stay. So congrats to Elon Futterman, a.k.a. the skee ball kid. Second place finish is no joke. So, Pat, what I'm going to do real quick, I just want to show them. I created a voting Google form. Can you see my form?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is the Sleeper Award form. I'm going to make this live after we post the video. You're going to vote for each bagger that you feel deserves the Sleeper Award. The winner or winners for each division will get a free entry for an event of their choosing. So you must fill out your email so I know you're only voting once. Please only vote once. I will be going through the results, and if I see the same email multiple times, I will only accept the first vote. Okay? So who is the intermediate division sleeper? Guys, that has names and pictures. You click on the person that you want. You move on. Here's competitive. You click on the person you want. You move on. And here's open. You click on the person you want. So there's three questions for the three sleepers in each division. Then there's a fourth question. I'm going to read this to you guys. And then I want to pick Pat's brain. So I've been having some discussions this week with some baggers around the state, some directors. We had 64 shooters in open singles in regional number 1. I anticipate this group to increase in the near future. I'm thinking this group is going to get up to probably close to 80 next regional. Many of our advanced shooters enjoy the competition and will continue playing the elite in open. But some of our highly competitive or newly advanced shooters may not be ready for the open division. I see some value in offering 4 divisions. That would be open, advanced, competitive, and intermediate. I truly think this will help grow the skill level of NJ baggers. So this is not the Joe Sorrentino show. This is not the FCO show. I am taking a vote from all New Jersey baggers, and I want honest opinions. Should the GSA offer an advanced division and an open division? So if you vote for it, yes, please offer both. No, only offer open. And then I gave a third option, and this is something that we would really take serious. Offer both if the GSA committee votes on promotions and relegations after each regional. I don't want to create an advance so people could stay down, sandbag, and win. There will be less payout in advance than there will be in open. And our goal is to move everybody up. But I think there could be some value. Pat, what are your thoughts and sentiments about this?
Yeah, I mean, so I definitely think there's value in doing it. The only thing that scares me is we talked a little bit about this, me and Jimmy Humans, and I just don't know if New Jersey's player pool runs deep enough to be able to run 4 solid divisions. However, I do think that advanced would be a great stepping stone for all the competitive players wanting to move up. They don't think they're ready for open yet. You don't want to play against your Jimmy Humans and your Storm Hogs and your Crocs and Socks and all those, great players who play in open regularly. So for your Paul Hallmans, that come off of competitive throwing absolute fire, but, they're going to move up to open. Maybe they're not ready. So I think advanced definitely has its positives. But like I said, I'm not sure what the player pool New Jersey has if you're going to get enough people.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. And I will say this. If the community votes yes, and they would like to see an advanced and open offered, if I do this for the November regional, which I'll be making registrations live next week, if we get, let's say, 42 in open and 16 in advanced, I'm only going to run an open and all those advanced people would be up. To make this work, I would want 30 in advanced and 30 plus in open. If it would be under that, we would combine. That's just my opinion because I think 60 is a great number in open. But if we were able to get 30 and 30 or 30 and 40 or 25 and 50, I would be okay with that. Like you said, our highly competitive players and our newly advanced players, we had about 10, 12 guys jump up from competitive to open. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if we do offer advanced, it's not set in stone. If we don't get the numbers, we run open. But it might be worth a shot to see what kind of numbers do register for both. And we're going to let the community voice their opinion.
Yeah, 100%. So one more quick thing. Sorry if you hear my dog.
No problem. I love dogs.
So one more quick thing. With the open division and the advanced division, I know open division is also offering more points for ACL based upon
Absolutely
finishes versus advanced. So I think you're going to have a lot of players going for the points rather than playing where they're supposed to be, because some people do that. So, well, I guess we'll just have to see how advanced would work out if we get enough people or we vote on it. So I think it's a good idea.
No, and like we said, man, it's not set in stone. The community votes. If they vote to at least see it, we'll see how the registration goes. And if we don't get it, because I want depth, you want depth. If we don't get it, we were running open anyway. This is just to see. But if we got 40 in open and 25 in advanced, and we had 25 guys who are better than competitive, but not ready for a Jimmy Humans Crocs, I'm okay with giving those guys their own division, but you're not staying down there to collect money. And I'll tell you right now, when you win or when you throw a high PPR, our committee's going to vote on you, and we're going to move you up because, again, the payouts are low for the lower divisions on purpose. You want to make the money, you got to go to open. And that's going to help grow our state. So I like it, and I think it's good for a vote, and let's see what happens, Pat.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, and our final announcement. Can you see my club rewards slide, Pat?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to end the show on this. We produced the Garden State Cornhole Alliance t-shirt, all the clubs on the back, and you were able to get the Garden State logo on the front or your personal club logo on the front. And I asked all the directors around the state to sell these in their clubs. And I was going to give prizes out to the best or most shirt sales on club based on player ratio. First place is the Barn out in Branchburg. This is a very small club that plays out of basically a barn in somebody's backyard. His name's Dan Larino. He is a great guy. He sold 13 shirts for his club.
Wow.
And Dan Larino in the Barn, you guys are getting a brand new set of Garden State Cornhole Alliance boards. Please come pick them up in Flemington, or you can come down to FCO this week or next week, and I'll have them there for you, buddy. Second place, even though Bergen County Baggers sold more shirts than the Barn by one, Bergen County Baggers has a lot more members. However, they did a great job. Missy over there with Scott, those two kill it. They're an asset to our state, especially in the north. And they are getting a pair of limited SWAT cornhole bags. I believe it is a Surefire. Scott, I will bring those up on Veterans Day. If I don't see you before, congrats to BCB.
Whoop, whoop.
And number 3 is Hunterdon County Cornhole. That's Chris Spitzer. Chris's group did a great job as well. They took 3rd place. And they are getting a set of Cornhole Coastal bags, which is very similar to a Surefire. What a great company. What great bags. And if your players are interested in those bags, please contact me. I know the owner. He is an excellent guy and could easily get you guys a code. Pat, do you want to go over 4th and 5th place for us?
Yeah, Bloodline Cornhole. Again, out of Jackson. Mike Torchia's group, the whole family. Produced 10 shirts. Bloodline doesn't really have a lot of people. I'm not sure how many the barn has, but Bloodline doesn't have many either. But they're going to be taking 4 free ACL events. Now, when you say 4 free ACL events, what does that include?
So Mike Torsha, as the director of Bloodline, is able to give 4 free ACL events to his players. So if he holds a blind draw next week, and he wants to put free singles November regional as the prize, I'm going to give him 4 free ACL events for any 4 of his players, how he chooses to hand them out, and the same for Hudson Valley Baggers underneath.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so originally it was only 3 prizes. First club gets boards, second club gets swap bags, third club was going to get 5 free ACL events. The fact that these clubs did so good, I added a set of bags that I had, and I decided to break up the ACL events into 2 clubs. So they're basically splitting that 1 prize since they tied. And that was 2 groups that represented and sold a lot of shirts. And the final mention is to my club, Fairview Cornhole Organization. Well, I shouldn't say my club. It's my home. It's my family. FCO under Jay Buchanan sold 24 shirts. These guys are my ride or die. They've been supporting me. Last week when I was ready to cancel the first regional because of what happened to me, my guys said, we got your back, and they were all there ready to rock and roll. And they were there to cut the locks off my trailer for me when I lost my keys and help me set up. And listen, I couldn't give a prize to my club, but they got my love, and I really appreciate you guys. FCO for life, baby. Pat, that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
No, shout out to all the players that finished. Shout out to all the players that are running for the Sleeper Award, and congrats on everyone on their prizes. And I hope to see everyone next month at the next regional. And I hope to see everyone at the end of October for this.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Pat, later today, I'm going to post the events slide on the page. I'm going to post the Sleeper Award voting, and I'm going to give 5 days. It's going to post today. The voting is going to close Thursday night. I want to honor the winners on Friday. And once I finish all those raffle prizes to figure out who's getting what, I will post all that. So in the next few days, I'll be throwing a lot of posts up. But I think it was a great first Commissioner's Corner. And Pat, I truly appreciate you joining me. Next month, I'm excited to see who we bring to the table.
Yes, I'm excited for the broadcast court too, hopefully. Crossing my fingers.
The broadcast court should be ready for our November regional at Flemington. And obviously, Buchanan and I were going to work on it the week before, and that did not happen. So the cameras are here. The cables are here. We are figuring out the software. And if we do not have a broadcast court for November, we are still going to have more streaming than we did Regional 1. So I'm excited. We're only going to get better. And I can't wait to see how this season continues.
It's going to be awesome.
All right, Pat. Well, thank you so much. This is the Commish going out. I'm going to go watch some Jets football. I hope you all have a great Sunday. And next month, me and Pat are going to run this back, and we might have some special guests for you guys.
Yep. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Everyone take care, and enjoy your Sunday, guys. Take care.